Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw. I'm here with Brad Dean, who is CEO of Discover Puerto Rico. And of course, a lot of you may be very interested in what's going on with Puerto Rico these days. We're going to find out all about that and more on Insider Travel Report. Now, Brad, first of all, tell me a little bit about Discover Puerto Rico, because it's a fairly new organization to market the island, right?
Discover Puerto Rico is the new official promoter of tourism off-island for Puerto Rico. We opened a year ago, July of 2018, as part of the effort to privatize, to take operations out of government. So our role is to share all that's special about Puerto Rico with the worldwide audience.
Now, how is the recovery faring? We're hearing some very good things, I think, about the island and how it has recovered. It was pretty hard hit, but we're now, 2 years later? Was it 2 or 3? I can't remember.
Well, the anniversary of Hurricane Maria will be September of 2019, so that's the 2-year anniversary. And Puerto Rico has come back quicker than anybody would have expected. This year, so far in the first 6 months, travel and tourism was up over pre-hurricane levels. Airport arrivals have come back, cruise ships have come back. Most importantly, the visitors that are coming are getting out all throughout the island. Puerto Rico is not just coming back quicker, but bigger and better than anyone would have expected.
And now are most of the resorts back online now?
Today we've got 157 lodging options open, as well as an extensive lineup of independent rental product. And many of those hotels have refurbished or renewed their product, so it's like a brand new destination with hotels not only in the metropolitan area, but more lodging capacity outside of the metropolitan area as well.
Well, I know I was there recently on a cruise, and San Juan, of course, looked great. It was not a problem, and I'm hearing all good things. We get releases all the time about how certain hotels are back online, and there really is very little that hasn't come back online right now, right?
The cruise port was open within weeks. The airport was really brimming with traffic just within months of the hurricane, and I think what's most exciting is to see the entrepreneurial spirit that's been unleashed. Today we have 4,000 restaurants, 189 attractions, and visitation is increasing. So Puerto Rico is the place to visit in the Caribbean in 2019.
Well, I definitely have to get back there and see more of the island just on a cruise ship. Now, you were talking, the numbers are good recently, and they're looking good, right?
Yeah, they're looking great. I don't think anybody expected that we would be doing this well just barely 2 years after Hurricane Maria. And perhaps one of the most exciting things for me to see is not only are more people visiting, but they're getting out throughout the island. Puerto Rico needs travel and tourism right now more than ever before. It is the pathway forward. Our goal is to put the transformative power of travel at work for the people of Puerto Rico, and we're so encouraged to see people not only come to San Juan, but visit all throughout the island, from El Yunque to the bioluminescent bays to Vieques, Culebra, and Rincon. There's so many extraordinary experiences that await you all throughout the island, and we're very encouraged and excited to see more and more visitors getting out throughout the whole island, enjoying all that Puerto Rico has to offer.
Now, tell me a little bit about the programs Discover Puerto Rico has begun in the last year, both on the consumer side and also on the trade side.
Well, first and foremost, we knew that we were behind in terms of digital marketing. So we hired some of the best digital marketers in the industry. We built a new website, discoverpuertorico.com, which gives you the best and perhaps the broadest look at Puerto Rico and all the experiences that are available today. We also spent some time really getting out and understanding the rich, vibrant culture. Puerto Rico is a fusion of African, Indian, and Spanish culture with a Caribbean influence, and of course still a U.S. destination with all the advantages that brings. And now we're fully engaged. So we're working with travel advisors, both home-based agents as well as other corporations, to make sure that we teach and train them all that's happening in Puerto Rico. It's a new destination in a lot of ways, and not only what's available today. When you look at some of the development that's coming, including El Distrito, which is like the Latin version of LA Live, a slice of Times Square with a Caribbean flavor.
Sounds good.
So much to learn and to know. So we're really excited to work with partners like Virtuoso to share all that's special and new about Puerto Rico. We believe it's a bright future for the island. We think there's so much to offer, and we just want to get the word out so travelers can experience Puerto Rico like never before.
Now, before you took the job as CEO, had you been to Puerto Rico before?
I actually started my career many, many years ago in manufacturing there. Okay. And I spent the last 15 years in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. But when the opportunity existed to go to Puerto Rico, to be part of of something historic, to use travel and tourism to transform an island, I just couldn't say no. And it's been like going back home. It's such a warm island, not only weather-wise, but the people are so hospitable. So to be a part of this epic comeback and help write a comeback story like our industry has never seen was something I couldn't say no to.
Now, is there anything else you want to tell our travel advisors out there about Discover Puerto Rico and Puerto Rico in general?
You know, we're finding that most people just don't know Puerto Rico, so the theme of our current campaign is Have We Met Yet? And what we're trying to do is introduce people to all that awaits them, the rich, vibrant culture, the art, the history, the music, the dance. San Juan itself will turn 500 years old next year. But when you look at Puerto Rico, especially for the luxury traveler, there's something for everybody's bucket list, and we couldn't find a more important time in Puerto Rico's history to invite visitors to come and enjoy all that it has to offer.
Well, Brad, thank you very much for taking the time to fill us in on Puerto Rico. It's a great destination. I'm so happy in less than 2 years it's back to where it is, and now we have a great new marketing organization in Discover Puerto Rico led by you, and we're looking for bigger and better things for Puerto Rico.
Thank you, and we look forward to welcoming you and all of your viewers to Puerto Rico soon.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.